Good Tuesday evening and welcome to the NCWLIFE Evening News. I'm Grant Olson. Here are a few of the stories we have coming up for you tonight. An Ephrata teenager was killed in a one-car rollover accident Monday night on Highway 17 near Blue Lake Resort. Closures on Highway 17 between Soap Lake and Coulee City started today as a state contractor began work on removing rocks in an area susceptible to slides. After a slight chance for a rain shower or two tomorrow, get ready for sunshine and unseasonably mild temperatures by the end of the week. Details coming up in weather. A suspect in the shooting death of an East Wenatchee man earlier this month was taken into custody Monday afternoon by the East Cascade SWAT Team. The arrest off Highway 2 near Coles Corner led to an hour-long closure of the highway and a brief shelter-in-place order for residents in that area. Arrested was 34-year-old Travis E. Collins of Leavenworth. He's accused of killing 35-year-old Julio C. Garcia Ramirez, who was found dead from a gunshot wound February 1st near a vehicle in the 1700 block of Rock Island Road. Douglas County Sheriff Kevin Morris said in a press release this afternoon that Collins was arrested without incident just after noon on Monday near Highway 2 and Deep Powder Lane. An Ephrata teenager was killed in a one-car rollover accident Monday night on Highway 17 near Blue Lake Resort. According to the Washington State Patrol, the unnamed 16-year-old was driving southbound in a 2004 Honda Civic at about 8:15 when he failed to negotiate the curve and lost control, causing the car to come to rest on its top in the northbound lane. He was pronounced dead at the scene. The State Patrol says the victim was not wearing a seatbelt. Eastmont grad, author, and HIV survivor Julie Simpson Lewis will serve as the Grand Marshal for the 105th Washington State Apple Blossom Festival. Simpson's memoir, Still Positive, was released last year and tells the story of Simpson's journey with her HIV diagnosis in the 1990s. A decade ago, she launched the 30/30 Project, which built 30 healthcare facilities to offer women better access to healthcare. Simpson's interesting life story doesn't end there. She also is the mother of Grammy Award-winning music producer and Macklemore collaborator Ryan Lewis. During the festival, Simpson will be honored at the All-Service Club and Community Luncheon on May 1st and will ride in the Grand Parade on May 4th. The laws that govern street racing have changed, and in Wenatchee, police say they'll begin using strategies like vehicle impoundment to stop illegal racing wherever they see it. The Wenatchee Police Department gave a year-end report to the City Council last week, with officers, including traffic enforcement specialist Reed Klein, saying drivers will see increased enforcement in 2024.
I guess one of the biggest hurdles that we have right now is how do we stop people from racing in the city? And with the legislative changes for racing, it really gives us a lot of teeth to start enforcing that. It hasn't been there hasn't been the capability for us to really punish the people that are choosing to race, other than an infraction like the chief had mentioned. The jail's very picky on misdemeanor offenses, which racing is, and so it was a ticket and a court date, and they're driving the vehicle that they just used to race through town unaway from our contact. The law now allows us to tow those vehicles and repeat offenders to seize the vehicle for forfeiture. I think it's going to be a tremendous deterrent to stop people from racing. And in addition to that, the modified exhaust, the speed, the crashes, that's what we're here to help with. In the past, it's been a function of patrol, and it's been an expectation that they handle that while they're managing the 23,000 calls for service. And it just got to a point where it was too much. It's simply too much work to be doing. And so something's got to give somewhere, and that was, unfortunately, traffic. And so that's what our unit is designed to do, is to focus on that issue and to find ways to solve it, and through enforcement and education.
I've told every single officer in our department, I don't care how many citations you issue, you need to make traffic stops. from traffic stops come investigations. You find drugs. You find people that are wanted. You find folks that are don't have insurance and are betting on that they're not going to get stopped or get a ticket for not having insurance. Why not? The rest of the world, you could save $1,300 a year if you just didn't have insurance. And that's if you got a good driving record.
When we come back, the Wenatchee Valley Technical Skills Center could see some major renovations under the State Senate capital budget proposal. And the 2024 Polar Plunge is taking place March 1st in Wenatchee to support Special Olympics Washington, and they're still searching for volunteers. I'm Grant Olson, and you're watching the NCWLIFE Evening News.
Bring the whole family up to Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house in historic downtown Chelan. Applewood smoked brisket, street-style tacos, and our award-winning barbecue rubs and sauces. Our meals pair perfectly with our exciting lineup of craft ales, made right here in Chelan. We've got room for big groups, or give us a call for catering. So grab the kids and check out the fun at Stormy Mountain Brewing and local public house located in the heart of Chelan.
Caught in a conflict? Family? Workplace? Neighbor? Business? Housing disputes? Wenatchee Valley Dispute Resolution Center provides mediation services, a cost-effective and efficient way to provide a written resolution to disputes and issues. Plus, we offer mediation training and community education on conflict resolution and communication skills. Contact us to learn more.
Coming home should never be a chore. Let Merry Maids of Wenatchee customize all your cleaning needs. Weekly, bi-weekly, special occasion. Do you have a vacation home that needs cleaning? We clean them too. Locally owned and operated, let Merry Maids do the cleaning while you focus on your family and friends. Merry Maids has special offers to fit your budget. Request your free cleaning estimate today. 509-663-1710.
The Wenatchee Valley Technical Skills Center could see some major renovations under the State Senate capital budget proposal. The plan proposes $14.5 million to complete a series of renovations under the Skills Center construction program. The Wenatchee School District would use the money to modernize the Tech Center's Building A and B in 3 phases. The improvements would include new instructional spaces and health and safety upgrades in each building. The House and Senate must agree on a final budget before it's sent to the governor for final consideration. Closures on Highway 17 between Soap Lake and Coulee City started today as a state contractor began work on removing rocks in an area susceptible to slides. The Washington State Department of Transportation said motorists should plan for 45-minute weekday delays from 8:15 a.m. to 5 p.m. during the slope stabilization work. At the top of each hour, the roadway in both directions will be open to traffic for 15 minutes. WashDOT says as the project continues, there will be up to 4 to 8 hour full closures of the highway, but the date for those closures is yet to be determined. The $17.8 million project is expected to continue into October. The 2024 Polar Plunge is taking place March 1st in Wenatchee to support Special Olympics Washington. Special Olympics Washington hosts athletic tournaments for individuals with disabilities and is still searching for local volunteers for the annual plunge. The Polar Plunge raises funds for the athletic tournament series and will take place at Walla Walla Point Park at about 3 p.m. In-person registration will open at 1 p.m. with a costume contest at 2:30 p.m. Individuals are encouraged to register online ahead of time to allow more time to raise the minimum $50 for Special Olympics Washington. Coming up next in tonight's feature story, we talk to 2 members of the Columbia Parent Advocate Group about the possible closure of Columbia Elementary School. One more overcast, maybe showery kind of day tomorrow before beautiful late winter weather arrives late this week. I'll have all the details coming up in your complete local weather forecast. That and much more still to come tonight. Please stay with us.
Working with August Edge Real Estate, both sellers and buyers feel confident knowing they are in the hands of award-winning professionals. August Edge offers a 2% listing commission, which includes above-standard service and technology.
We offer high-tech 3D imagery, drone photos, local North Central Washington TV ads, and impressive smart flyer installed at your listing. The August Edge website also hosts your home with an interactive featured listing page.
August Edge is professional, personable, and preferable.
It's cold outside and time to make sure your loved ones are safe and secure at home during the cold months ahead. Aging and Adult Care has low-cost in-home care options for seniors, adults with disabilities, and for caregivers assisting relatives or friends. Services like housekeeping, personal care, and home-delivered meals can make such a difference for you or someone you know. These services and more are available by calling Aging and Adult Care's offices at 1-800-572-4459.
Well, it's been exactly 1 month since the Wenatchee School District announced the possible closure of Columbia Elementary School. Since then, parents, staff, and concerned community members have voiced their opinions at various meetings, including one well-attended PTO meeting in Columbia's cafeteria. From that PTO meeting formed the Columbia Parent Advocate Group, who are asking the district to take more time to consider their final decision on the closure of the school. In tonight's feature story, two of the members, occupational therapist Emily Bjork and Apple Capital Gymnastics owner Francie Fry, they sat down with NCWLIFE News to explain the mission of the group.
The short timeline that parents and families are put on in this situation is not reflective as to, what a huge decision like this should allow. We're not going to actually know if this is a done deal till May 14th. That's only 4 months till the start of the next school year for us to all rearrange our lives, for typically developing children to develop their plan, and then for children who, have IEPs or need extra support services, language services. It just seems unfeasible that all of that will happen in 4 months from the time this decision is made until the start of the next school year. So what we're asking is for the board and the school district to take a longer period of time to look at this decision and also take into account other options. We, as a parent advocate group, are working on a few proposals for other ways that we feel the district could save money. Maybe not as much initially, but it might be a better and more viable long-term solution to keep our Wenatchee Public Schools healthy for the long term.
We're not against the school district at all. We respect everybody that works, trying to better, public education, and it's just we feel like there seems to be a lack of support in our city in supporting public schools. And I think we're partly in this situation because there just hasn't been the ability to pass bonds and levies. And we as a parent group are motivated, and we are, ready to act, and we want to help. We want to help try and get that advocacy out there to support public schools. And if we are given the chance, we will take this momentum right into trying to get, protest in favor of public schools. Yes. And try to bring people into knowing how critical and important it is and how it affects so many. I think Wenatchee deserves the absolute best education, sports, all of that. And I would hate to see that start to crumble. I know that a closure of a school is a very quick, straightforward way to get some money going. I feel it'll actually, in the long run, kind of start to create more of a deficit because it's going to, it's putting families in the dark, and, we already know that there's been some mishandling of funds, and so how does that look when it's your time to think about how you want to vote? I just feel like they could use some positive PR and some help from the community of trying to get people to vote in favor of schools. Mm-hmm. And so I know that I'm very motivated to help that because I believe in the public school system. I believe we should have a strong, viable, set of schools, and so we want to support them. We want to help them. And I hope that they recognize and see the value in that in this process.
Thing that our group would like to bring up is that we will be planning some future events, including fundraising events to raise money for potential legal fees if we do feel like our parent advocate group and Columbia families do need to pursue legal action. We'll be trying to raise money for that. We also have some other events in the works, potential protests. We're looking at the feasibility of a parent-student walkout, continued rallies and ways to get the community involved in becoming more aware of the situation, but also allowing people to feel like they have a voice and, that we're really all a team and we can work together to find better solutions to this situation.
Time now for a check of your North Central Washington weather forecast. Hope you had a great Tuesday, and weather-wise, it was kind of one of those okay days. We did warm up. That was the nice part, but look at this. Up in our Billy Goat Sky-Fi Tower camera overlooking much of Okanagan County. Yeah, Brewster and Pateros are under this cloud deck, and you can see above that lots of blue sky trying to peek through, and we will see that be our weather as we get into later this week, especially Thursday, Friday, and Saturday. Here we go with the rest of the week ahead. We still have that chance for maybe a scattered shower tomorrow. Thought we might see one today. That really didn't happen. And then for Thursday, Friday, mainly just a chance, and it's a very slim chance for a mountain shower. We'll see partly cloudy skies Thursday, sunny for Friday and Saturday, and we will warm up. But as we get to Sunday, we're going to see some pretty big changes, not so much in temperature. We are going to see some of the strongest wind that we've seen in quite a while on Sunday, gusts between 30 and 40 miles an hour, and that chance for some rain showers, and we'll get to that a little bit later on. Today's unofficial high temperature, not bad out there, 46 degrees, 44 is where we should be for this time of year. Our record high, 62, and that was set back in 1961. This morning, 24, just a few degrees below our normal low, which is 28 this time of year. Our record low, 4 degrees, set in 1986. All right, so here's our total rainfall. I think I had a 1/10 of an inch yesterday, so we added another 12 hundredths to that, so almost a 1/4 of an inch of rain the last 24 hours or so. That gets us to 1.84 inches for the year, and that's 3/10 above where we should be for this time of year. Sunrise 6:58, and the sun sets at 5:32. All right, taking a look at your Wednesday temperatures, slowly warming up out there. In fact, we got a little warmer today, so these temperatures might even be a little low for tomorrow. 47s, Moses Lake and Ephrata, 46 for Quincy, and then 44, Ellensburg into Wenatchee. Pretty much the same for Eniat and Chelan at 43, 44 for Omak, and lower 40s then in the Upper Valley for Leavenworth and for Cashmere. So we'll see if those get a little bit warmer tomorrow. Tonight we can expect partly cloudy skies. This area of low pressure that brought all of the rain shower activity into our Monday is weakening, but we still could see that chance for patchy fog developing, especially over in the Columbia Basin and if you're headed into the Spokane area. For Wednesday, mostly cloudy skies. That area of low pressure still sitting over northwest Washington, and that could bring us about a 20% chance for very scattered showers for Wednesday. Highs, as we mentioned, generally in the low to mid 40s, and this is where our weather begins to get nice. Partly cloudy for Thursday. You can see just the top of a ridge beginning to nose into the Pacific Northwest. This area of low pressure is also going to bring some warmth our way, and that'll allow us to get into the mid and upper 40s for Thursday. By Friday, how about this weather? Sunny skies, high pressure dominating the western United States weather. We're talking high temperatures Friday right around that 50-degree mark. Kicking off our weekend, still nice. Mostly sunny skies, mild, high temperatures, maybe even in the low 50s for Saturday, but you can just see this large area of low pressure as it begins to move across Canada, and then it will park itself over Saskatchewan. And look at all of this wind throughout the Pacific Northwest, the inland Northwest, and the Intermountain West. We're going to see a lot of wind on Sunday, about a 40% chance of some rain showers. Still going to be mild, but it's not going to matter much with all that wind Sunday. Highs in the upper 40s. And then as we get you into Monday, mostly cloudy skies. That system will continue to move through, and it could leave behind some leftover showers. About a 30% chance of rain on Monday, with high temperatures then cooling back quite a bit into those lower 40s. All right, let's take a look at your 7-day forecast. 35 overnight, chance for scattered showers tomorrow, and 43. And here's our warming trend. 47 for Thursday. Lots of sunshine on Friday and Saturday with highs around 50. A 40% chance of rain and very windy on Sunday with a high of 48. And then some cooler weather with the chance for showers Monday. High then at 42 degrees. And that's a look at your North Central Washington weather forecast. Coming up next, tonight's sports report with Dan Kuntz and more as the NCWLIFE Evening News continues right after this.
Ben Sherratt scored a minute 6 into the overtime period. Unfortunately, Mr. Sherratt plays for Detroit. Patrick Kane got his 800th career assist. And the Red Wings knock off the Kraken yesterday afternoon at Climate Pledge Arena. The final there was 4-3. Jared McCann did score twice for the Kraken. Unfortunately, it wasn't enough.
Kane to break it, fires. Why? What a pass by Kane. How did he get that on that tape? One-timer, Seider! Out of the room! Back on the ice and into the net. And Mo Seider gives the Red Wings a 1-0 lead.
You know, that first initial cross-ice pass by Patrick Kane is what opens up this seam for the second pass to Mo Seider. As you see that first pass there, and then you can see Seattle spread out. So when Seider comes up in that blue line, he's got so much time to pick the shot that he wants. He comes off the bench as well, just perfect timing.
There's McCann out there, ripped it across the Burakovsky. It's a couple of dangerous guys on the flanks. McCann is gone! Holy shnikes, did he rip that one, Cassie Campbell.
And had all sorts of time to the right of Lyon to just set this shot up. You can see him just comes up high, comes down, attacks the dot, puts it across. Again, you watch all the Red Wings shift over to one side, and look who's wide open. He has time to pull that across his body, and just a perfect shot. Bam.
You're right, Witta. We got to find some Buckeyes. Here's Petrie. Shot deflected. Blue score! Lucas Raymond is on the board to give the Red Wings a 2-1 lead. It's Raymond's 16th of the year.
Of getting traffic in front, and not just one layer but two, and it goes right from the face-off, a battle won on the wall at the hash marks. And then Detroit just goes to work. Good patience by Sherratt, who had jumped up into the play. And there you can see two Detroit Red Wings players just in front as Petrie just puts this to space. And a nice little tip there by Comfort to get it through. And Raymond there for the rebound.
McCann has Beniers. There's Beniers. Over to McCann. He tried, but broken up. And DeBrincat back playing D. Borgen with a shot. Blocker save Lyon. Oleksiak in front. Kick save. Another one. Score! It's McCann again. It took him a couple of tries, but he beats Alex Lyon to tie the game at 2.
In Seattle, they create about 3 or 4 chances in this last-minute sequence. And watch McCann in front, and he's just going to make sure he gets his stick open. He gets a tip opportunity here, but then watch him get inside position, uses his feet as well to kick it back to his stick. But the key was to get inside position on Mata. He can't tie up his stick. He's just boxing him out, which is what the defender wants to do to him. And just a smart play here by McCann, staying in front, staying around it.
Here's Dunn. Now Fisher has a 2-on-1 if they hurry. Sprong and Fisher. Fisher, Sprong, rips it, score! A twisted wrister from the former member of the Kraken. He had 21 goals last year with Seattle. It's his 15th of the year for the Red Wings, and Detroit has a 3-2 lead. The Kraken will get a power play unless they score here. Gord's been active, fakes, Schwartz shoots! Cue Nirvana.
Yeah, just an unbelievable play along the boards, and then he comes across the blue line, takes the time and space given to him. And this is one thing we talked about in the first intermission is Lyon will come out and challenge. You can see how far out he is. And look at the wide open net for Schwartz as Lyon just can't get his footing. But here's the play on the boards. Just a little give and go to himself off the boards. Creates all this time and space. He knows if he loses.
Now we go Lucas Raymond and Dylan Larkin. Larkin in the zone. Sherratt scores! Ben Sherratt has won the game in overtime with his 4th of the year. And the Red Wings finish their road trip 2-2.
The Kraken continue their season-long 6-game homestand. The Canucks coming to town Thursday, 7 o'clock on Root Sports Northwest. The Wenatchee Wild are at home tonight against Spokane. The Wenatchee Wild are in 5th place in the Western Division. Spokane is in 8th place. Wild broadcaster Austin Trade told me that the Chiefs are going to try and play the role of spoiler.
They've battled a little bit here this year. They're having a better season than a year ago, but still battling to get into the playoff race here with time starting to wind down. But the special teams are certainly a solid group for them. They've got some good goaltending. Dawson Cowan's been good for them throughout the season. Played for the Winnipeg Ice for a bit, so they've got some of the pieces already in place, but I think the focus right now for Spokane is building for the next year or two and really making a push back into the playoff race and back into contention in the Western Conference, but playing spoiler when they can, and they're going to try to do that against us coming up tonight.
Everett, Prince George, and Portland are 1, 2, and 3, and those are pretty solid. According to Austin, the goal for the Wenatchee Wild, get that number 4 seed.
Right now, the battle for us is for home ice advantage, that first round. That's a very attainable goal for us, obviously, and that's where the urgency lies for this group is let's get that home ice first round. Let's take care of the business that we need to take care of and hold off a couple of teams that are making a charge at us, and we'll see if we can do that first round.
Again, they'll drop the puck tonight at 6 o'clock. It's multicultural night, by the way, at the Town Toyota Center. Well, the brackets are out. The seating committee did their job. How many local teams are going to be representing our area at the state basketball tournaments over the next couple of weeks? A lot. Way to go, ladies. Ellensburg, 2-time defending 2A champions, number 1 seed in their bracket. Cashmere is the number 9 seed in the 1A girls bracket, to be well represented. Okanagan's the number 3 seed. Brewster's the number 7 seed. Tenascus the number 9 seed. At Waterville, Mansfield, Elmira, Cooley, Heartline, and Pateros girls will all play at state in the 1B tournament. Boys, not so much, but still pretty good. Lake Roosevelt, they only lost 1 game all year. They're the number 4 seed in the 2B bracket. Tenascus the number 14 seed in the 1B bracket. Moses Lake Christian and Soap Lake will represent North Central Washington in our area. And if you want to watch high school basketball this weekend, first round of state, there are 5 games at the Wenatchee High School Gymnasium starting Friday. It'll be Tenasket and Friday Harbor at 6 o'clock. That'll be followed by Okanagan and Adna at 8 o'clock. Then a triple header on Saturday at 2 o'clock. Lake Roosevelt boys will take on Tri-Cities Prep. And then in the evening session, it's Waterville, Mansfield, and Oakdale at 4 o'clock. And Cashmere will pack the gym. They got Cedar Park Christian right after that. Have a great Tuesday. That's sports.
And that will do it for our newscast tonight. For more news from around North Central Washington, you can find us at ncwlife.com, on our social media channels, or on our mobile app for iPhone and Android. And remember, if you see news happening, we'd like to hear from you. Email us at news@ncwlife.com or give us a call at 888-6295. I'm Grant Olson. Thanks so much for being with us, and have a great night.